saw Squawky close to home. He was with his mate, or at least I think it's his mate. Squawky is my mystery blue jay. I know him, but not very well. He goes missing for weeks, sometimes months, and then all of a sudden he's back. I hope it is his mate, though. I saw Peanut up in a tamarack tree in Snowy and Webster's territory. He seemed pretty nervous today. Maybe something threatening like a hawk was here recently. After things calmed down, he hid some of the food away in a tree. Webster and Snowy was up just a little further, and so was Kiwi, Lentil, and Angel and Minnie Tim.
Come on, little guy.
The other Gray Jay showed up too. Peanut must have been off doing something else because he didn't realize.
Where's Peanut?
Good thing for the Gray Jay because he was able to collect as much food as possible. Even Snowy grabbed a cat kibble from my hand, very quickly though. She doesn't stay on my hand the way Blue and Sweet Girl do.
Snowy.
I looked back on my way up to Blue and Sweet Girl's territory and saw a pretty winter scene. It's such a challenging season, but it's very beautiful too. My sweet Hermosa was the first to greet me up there. Shortly after, it was Sweet Girl, then Blue. I didn't see the young female though. Hatch, Maggie, and the chickadees were very eager for food today, so I stayed a while letting them collect as much as they could for as long as I could bear the cold. Anything for the little guys. It's a chilly day today, minus 20 degrees Celsius. Too cold to hand feed birds for long today, so I put some food down for the little chickadees behind my house. Further up, roughly a 20-minute walk, I saw Lentil. She was obviously feeling the effects of today's cold. She had her foot up in her feathers to warm it. They are built much tougher than we are, but that doesn't mean they don't ever feel uncomfortably cold. Kiwi was with her too. I gave them each a peanut as well as the others, Angel, Minnie Tim, and even the intruder Nuthatch. She always manages to sneak in. I was able to hand feed them for a little while because the walk up warmed me up quite a bit. If Webster's puffed out feathers is any indication, won't be long before I'll have to cover up my hands again. Never saw Snowy with him, wonder where she is. The birds fight hard on these cold days to stay warm. One way they do that is to eat. A nice chunk of peanut will do just fine. Hermosa was up in Blue and Sweet Girl's territory again. He'll be here most of winter. Maggie and Hatch were on a tree staying still. I noticed Blue was nearby doing the same thing. Then Hatch started alarm calling. I didn't know what the problem was at first until I spotted a Gray Jay. I thought it would be Peanut, but it was the other Gray Jay. Shortly after, though, Peanut arrived. I was surprised that he just stayed up in the tree and never bothered going after the other Gray Jay. I think it was just too darn cold to fight. When I left to go back home, I saw Snowy. She was up here too. Weird that she was all the way up here, but her mate Webster wasn't. I wonder why they do that sometimes. It's not as cold as it was a couple days ago, but it is still a little nippy, minus 14 degrees Celsius. I can't pass through these woods without leaving some food for the chickadees that live behind my house. Sweet little things. I try to have the peanuts all ready for Kiwi and Lentil these days. They like that a lot, I think. Lentil is so sweet how she waits on my arm while Kiwi picks through the food. Snowy was back down with Webster today. I saw a juvenile here too. Peanut came by after, collected some fried egg, looked at me with a cute look, and after hiding the food away, went back on lookout. Gray Jays do that so much. I guess it's smart. They get to see what's around. My last visit, Hermoso, Blue, and Sweet Girl came out too. It was nice to see her collecting food because she didn't last time I was out. I guess it was too cold. I set the little guys up with some goodies too. It's funny watching them. For the first time since November, I decided to take out my Sony. I've been itching to try it, but too terrified to because I'm not sure what the cold will do to the camera. It might break it. Anyway, it was a little warmer, minus 10 degrees Celsius. Webster posed beautifully. I remembered the slow motion on this camera, so I switched to it, and wow, how beautiful he looked with the snow falling down around him in slow motion. Of course, now I had to try it with everyone else. I have to say, bringing this camera out today and playing around with it perked me up for a while. That was so nice. Plus I saw everyone. A lovely winter day. I was excited to use my camera again today, but it was a little colder, so I didn't record much. What have I started? I just love playing with the slow motion setting and seeing how wonderful the quality of the videos are. I had some fun recording Hatch and Maggie and the chickadees in slow motion today. It was pretty windy, which made for a pretty cute picture of Hermoso, too. I don't know what it is with that blue jay, but he always has given me the funniest pictures. He's so adorable. I don't use my camera much when I'm out, so I don't get to record everyone, but I did see everyone. Today was a day with Peanut. I spent a lot of time with him. Must have been close to 3 hours in total. That's a lot when it's minus 16 degrees Celsius. He gave me some cool slow motion stuff. A few of them of him brushing his bill off on the branch. It's quite different seeing it in slow motion. I caught one of his nictitating membrane, the third eyelid. Him fluffing out his feathers. Eating snow. Eating from my hand. And just looking around. One time while he was on my hand, he stood still, then got ready to fly off. I didn't know what he saw at first, and I didn't get it on camera, but he flew off my arm down to the snow where a little shrew had come out scurrying around. Peanut wasn't successful. I saw other jays doing that this winter too. Interesting to see them hunting like that, even if it wasn't a successful one. I also saw a squirrel eating the buds off of a tamarack twig. I never got it in focus though. The only blue jay I recorded was Snowy. That's because she came around while I was with Peanut. I did see everyone though. It was a nice day, and I have to say that February wasn't that bad weather-wise. Although I do still battle to get a good night's sleep due to my annoying anxiety problem as well as depression, which seems to come hand in hand really, at least in my case, I have been trying to make the best of things and take it easy. One of the worst things you can do to yourself while you're under a lot of stress and sleep deprived is not taking some time off. I'm a person who has been weight training for almost 5 years now. I also love doing HIIT workouts, but I had to give it up and change my routine to more low impact and not so taxing on my body workouts, especially since I go outside every second or third day and sometimes every day. It's just too much and I can feel it. It's so important to listen to your body and give it some TLC when needed. So if there's any word of advice I could give people going through a difficult time in their life, it's take it easy. Spend time with loved ones, rest, even if that's laying on the couch watching a movie or favorite old show you once loved. And this may sound weird, but be kind to yourself. Being kind to yourself is one of the most important ingredients for a healthy mind. I have to work on that, and everyone should. So with that, I will say thanks for watching and listening to me ramble. I hope you took something from it though. See you next week. Happy birding.